What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes are out on, or is out on Master Duels. Let's take a look. Against all expectations, they already released Popular, right? Popular? Yeah, that's a new name. Not Populous, and that wasn't expected. Sadly, the deck is not complete yet because there is no Bonfire, their Rota, their Searcher. So, some small differences compared to how, Yugioh plays it. Maybe some small differences like where are though in the main deck. I've been toying around with 3, 2, 1. I think 2 is okay-ish, especially upon normal summon when your Ash, for example, your blue one gets negated by Imperm or Veiler or whatever. You can still follow it up with, Rare Ardo, basically the same purpose as Bonfire, so it's cheaper Bonfire. So that one is not yet released. So some core combos, some core card interactions, because these ones are hard to show off when, playing in ranked. Even though this deck is kinda strong, it definitely has potential on Master Duel in the current format. It's not the best deck, but it has potential, it's there. But other decks, I mean, the Master Duel ban list, that's something different. So some generic plays, like Ash, like this first one, I'm disregarding any card in my hand, so this is just off of normal summon Ash. The blue one, right? You can search popular, etc. Gets your engine rolling. And then depending if you search the field spell or the Snake Eyes spell that special summons like a level 1 from deck or hand, you could go for the field spell in situations where you should be playing around Nip. The field spell helps out with that. As soon as your opponent summons a monster, you can special summon one of your face-up monsters that's being, that's like a continuous spell trap at the moment. And that could be important, especially, when they have Nip. Another big weakness to this deck is Maxi, but the deck, you could play around Maxi. You could go for an early Masquerina, plus again, using Flamberge during their turn, just leave it on field. Okay, you're not ending on multiple card interactions as you'll be doing now. But again, this is off of only one Ash. You have the Link 4 that destroys, you have Princess, Promethean Princess in graveyard for pop. You have the Masquerina play summon to field for Link Summon Plus. When Flamberge is sent to the graveyard, you can Reborn too, so that you're constantly gaining so much advantage. So now with Diabellstar, it adds so much more consistency and a much higher ceiling. With Diabellstar, you have the potential or the opportunity to go for Boral Savage, for example, level 7 and Jet Synchron. And of course, with Jet Synchron, you have the capability to pump out Formula Synchron and then during their turn, potentially go for Baron, or during your turn, again, depending on which routes you went for. So here in this case, we have the field spell. If you don't have to, you should maybe leave the field spell on field again, playing into Nibiru, around Nibiru, leaving my second copy of Flamberge in my, spell and trap card zone face up, so if my opponent nips me, I can go for that one. But other than that, Little Knight is not out yet on Master Duel, so you can't go for that to potentially dodge nip. Other than that, I believe these plays are super generic, using Masquerina and any other effect monster to go for Promethean Princess, and then depending on the follow-up plays, maybe go for Sunlight Wolf or maybe the other way around, but going for Sunlight Wolf doesn't really sound that good. Now, maybe post Promethean Princess, because there isn't really something you want to get back from your graveyard, because Flamberge will get those cards back next turn, during their turn. So unless it's like an Ash in your graveyard, you can definitely go for that. But other than that, Sunlight Wolf is basically for follow-up play. So Promethean Princess, I need to get her in the graveyard. I need to leave Flamberge on field to special summon Masquerina during their turn. You could go for the, the Link 4 that, destroys, etc. And I still have a follow-up play. Do I have Diabellstar? I don't have access to her, but I do have access to Jet Synchron. So, yep, should be going for Formula Synchron. Obviously, you can synchro summon during their turn. Like these boards are super easy, especially playing through hand traps. One hand trap, you can instantly make this board as well. Two hand traps, that's kind of awkward, and then that's where the decisions start coming through. You need to make the right decisions, but that's how it is with every deck. So another draw. Oh, okay, yeah, something to note is I'm running the trap, the Sinful Spoils trap, which it's basically during your opponent. It's also kind of plays around Mexi. You can search it and then pass. It's a negation during their turn, but you need to send Diabellstar from your field or hand to the graveyard. And then you know Diabellstar will trigger, you know her effect, special summon, get another search. So that's really nice, especially in a format with Mexi. And I think I've been nipped most of my games in ranked. We'll show a couple of them. But most games were super short, either me getting blown out by multiple hand traps, for example, or a full field of negations, or they just scoop as soon as, you know, go off with your combos. So it's so hard to showcase something right. But I mean, it takes time, so I get that. Go for Oak. Oak gets back from graveyard or summons it. You can just summon Ash, the blue one, and this Ash searches Ash. It's insane. Plus you can make a big fat Appaloosa for more monster negations, or you can go for, you know, Unicorn during their turn as well with your Masquerina on field. And keep in mind, if your opponent summons, special summons, you can go for Princess from your graveyard, pop your Link 4 because it's a fire. You have so many interruptions with this deck. Sadly, no Bonfire, but I mean, I've seen builds running a Small World. So there's options. There are options. Not, I mean, it's different compared to what we are used to currently, but it is what it is. So an awkward opening move, an awkward opening hand, I guess. But priority number 1 is getting out Ash. Make the same plays, like always go for Oak, Reborn. This, I think it's just fine as a one-off. I forgot the name. The one that lets you tribute during your opponent's turn. That could be important, especially when getting nipped, for example. So here, no nip. Was I able to play around nip? Or they have Flame Birch in hand? And did I use the Sinful Spoils spell? I don't think so. I still have my normal summon as well, yeah. So there was always a way to play around nip. Go for Formula Synchron and go from there, that's it. So, okay-ish, this is okay. You can go for Baron during their turn. Of course, Masquerina to field for either big Appaloosa or a Unicorn play for bounce. You have an Omni Negation, you have Promethean Princess, and multiple follow-up plays for next turn, plus potential hand traps. As you saw, like, you definitely have the space to main deck 12 to 15 hand traps. Ash, Mexi, Trolls, Veilers, Imperms. And then maybe non-engine like TT, Tactical Talents, and so on. The last one, another example, again, an awkward opening play, not normal summon Ash, right? Like normal summon Jet Synchron or normal summon Effect Failure, both are fine, because again, those are level 1, and it's just potential Formula Synchron play, for example. Diabellstar engine. This is an early nip. Again, very similar to before. I think only 2 Flame Birch is fine. Most of the time you'll be putting the Flame Birch in your spell and trap card zone with your field spell as follow-up play if they nip. But yeah, I already drew one, so there's only 1 left in the deck. I don't think you need to main deck 3, that's a bit too much. So send back, draw, a Formula Synchron, and this is... so I can IP during their turn, go for... No, I could go... Yeah, I can go for Epo. Yeah, I can go for Epo. So Flame Birch, special summons Masquerina, I can go for Baron, Masquerina to... What is it? Flame Birch will trigger, and then Masquerina for 4. Or 3, yeah. So, this deck is fun. It's really fun. It's fresh. It feels refreshing playing this deck on Master Duel, but keep an eye out for this. Again, tips are always suggested, or, you know, welcome as well, suggestions. So, okay, guys, that's it. Enjoy the deck. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leakim signing out. Peace.